Coming up on WMBD News at noon, why some hospitals are now responding to this year's especially bad flu like a disaster, and schools are turning to technology to stop the spread of the bug.
Congress has still not found a way to keep the government open beyond this week. I'm Alyssa Paldo on Capitol Hill with why reaching a deal is so difficult.
And new details in the investigation of the man accused of killing a missing Chinese scholar at the University of Illinois. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Paldo. Congress has less than 48 hours to pass a new spending bill, or the government will shut down beginning at midnight Friday. One of the biggest stumbling blocks to a deal appears to be uncertainty coming from the White House. Weijia Jiang has more details from Capitol Hill.
GOP House leaders wanted to vote on a short-term spending deal today that would keep the government open until February and would include a 6-year reauthorization of the Children's Health Insurance Program. Conservative support was already wavering. Then President Trump tweeted this morning that CHIP should be part of a long-term solution, not a 30-day or short-term extension.
I don't know whether it's clear to the president what we're trying to do is reauthorize CHIP long-term and not just for 30 days.
Democrats are insisting on a deal to fix DACA, the program that allows undocumented immigrants brought to America as children to live and work here. But the president has rejected 2 previous bipartisan deals struck in the House and the Senate.
What they want in return is continuously a moving target, and it continuously expands.
President Trump insists his conditions have not changed. He says he will agree to a DACA deal in exchange for money to build a wall along the Mexican border.
The president is demanding $18 billion for the project. This morning, he tweeted, "If there is no wall, there is no deal." The Trump administration continues to make legal immigration more difficult. Thursday, officials announced they would no longer allow people from Haiti, Belize, and Samoa to come to the country on agricultural seasonal work visas. Haiti is one of the countries President Trump allegedly described with an expletive and asked why the U.S. would want more people from there. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Haiti denounced the president's alleged comment and called in the top U.S. diplomat in Haiti to try to explain their meaning. Well, we're learning more about the investigation into the man accused of killing missing Chinese scholar Yingying Zhang. The girlfriend of Brent Christensen wore a wire to help the FBI build a case against him. Attorneys for Christensen filed a motion Monday asking a federal judge to exclude the recordings from the trial, saying the girlfriend didn't voluntarily agree to cooperate with the FBI. The Chicago Tribune reports the girlfriend secretly recorded Christensen over 2 weeks. On one, he admits to kidnapping Zhang. Christensen's lawyers are asking for the trial to be moved from the federal courthouse in Urbana to either Rock Island or Chicago. They claim a fair or impartial trial would be impossible due to media attention. Legal experts say this isn't unusual, but is difficult to swing.
It's rarely successful, and usually when it is successful, the judge rules on it after trying to choose a jury.
Christensen's lawyers also say there isn't enough evidence to charge him with kidnapping resulting in death. They're also trying to get the kidnapping charge dropped. Attorney General Jeff Sessions has until February 1st to decide whether to seek the death penalty. Christensen's trial is expected to start February 27th. Meanwhile, a man in Peoria County facing felony charges is back in court today. Dustin Ammerman is accused of intentionally killing an unborn child. The charges stem from a situation in September of 2017. Ammerman faces additional charges, including aggravated domestic battery. New at noon, a Peoria firefighter is injured after battling a blaze last night. Crews responded to the home in the 1000 block of East Kansas around 10 Wednesday night after a reported stove fire. Firefighters had the fire out in about 10 minutes, but one firefighter was sent to the hospital with a back injury from a fall inside that home. There's no word on a condition at this time. The adult and 2 children inside were able to safely escape. The home has heavy smoke and water damage estimated at $35,000, and the Red Cross is stepping in to provide temporary shelter. The cause of the fire was cooking materials left on the stove unattended. The man arrested in connection with Peoria's latest homicide is out of jail today. 29-year-old Melvin Wallace turned himself into police Monday night, hours after 19-year-old Javon Lewis was found shot to death at a Lexington Hills apartment. After questioning, police arrested Wallace on a murder charge. State's Attorney Jerry Brady said there is insufficient evidence to charge Wallace with murder. He says the investigation continues and charges could come at a later date. He also said the investigation will also look at a self-defense claim by Wallace, who was accused of shooting Lewis in the head Monday night. We're learning more about a couple accused of holding their children captive in Southern California. David and Louise Turpin are facing torture and child endangerment charges for keeping 13 siblings, children and adults, prisoners in their own home. Police discovered the siblings shackled to furniture in the home after one of the children managed to escape and call 911. In the Twin Cities, the Normal Town Council wants to hear from you on the Uptown Normal development. Bush Construction has been given the right to develop their newest project on the northeast side of Uptown Circle. The idea is still in the works, but some residents, like Don Peters, are concerned over possible demolition of historic buildings.
Demolition is both financially irresponsible and unsustainable, and takes away the connection to those who came before us.
I think the council is committed to trying to do everything reasonable to avoid that and to try to accommodate those old buildings if at all possible.
Peters hopes to help in finding a solution that continues Uptown Normal development while still maintaining its historic buildings. Drivers in Illinois could see a jump in gas prices this week. According to Gas Buddy, an outage at a facility in Roxana, Illinois has already caused wholesale prices to increase by 10 cents. The company says consumers are likely to see an even higher cost as gas stations work to restore their revenues. Midwest states could see prices jump as high as $2.75 by the end of the week. A local airport is making us Central Illinois proud. Peoria International Airport had its third busiest year on record in 2017. Comparing its number with the previous year, PIA saw 10,000 more passengers come through its doors, setting a new record. Gene Olson, director of airports, says the two new destinations attracted more people.
We try to make it so that people will want to fly out of Peoria when they have a choice to go anywhere. So that's one of the reasons why we have free parking. That's one of the reasons why we try to make things as convenient as possible.
The airport is thanking folks in Central Illinois for flying local. Well, health professionals say this year's flu season is especially bad. Yes, if this headline sounds like a broken record, that's because it continues to sicken more and more people. And still ahead, why some hospitals are changing the way they handle incoming flu cases and the technology some schools are using to stop the spread of the flu.